Hey guys, Pre-Markinines here. It honestly feels like it's been forever since I sat down and talked to you guys, so hey. As you guys know, if you've been paying attention to the channel, I've been doing nothing but shiny hunting in Sun and Moon, which, let me tell you guys, has been so much fun for me. I've been having a blast doing it. I hadn't shiny hunted in so long, and to be back doing what I love is completely awesome, and to see you guys so interactive and like enjoying these shiny videos it blows me away. Thank you guys so much for that. And honestly, I can't complain with my luck. My luck in 7th gen has been amazing. Granted, yes, the starter hunt did take a little bit of time, but it was only because the soft resets took so long. It wasn't because it was a long hunt. It was less than 3,000, which it's actually very funny. It cracks me up that you guys in the comments are always like, for example, I did 870 soft resets for Wimpod, which to any full-on shiny hunter is like a dream hunt. That takes no time at all. I got it in like a day and a half. It wasn't long, it wasn't a hard hunt, but you guys are in the comments saying only 870? That is so much to sit there and do 800 of the same thing over and over. You have no life, blah, 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 blah. Guys, that is not a lot. I know that a lot of you are SOS hunting, which I'm gonna do a separate video about SOS hunting and tell you guys why I don't do it and why full odds hunters do what they do, but yes, whether you know it or not, my luck has been amazing. But today's video is about Pokemon Go. There has been so much build-up and anticipation behind the announcement that was happening on 12/12, which is today, and they finally announced it. I've been wondering so much if they were gonna talk about Shinies, Generation 2, everything. There's so much that could have happened, and they finally dropped the biggest bomb they could have dropped. We got baby Pokemon in eggs. Woo! Now, I'm thankful for anything that they do give us, so this is really kind of cool, but I was really hoping for something on either the entire decks of Generation 2, giving us a date on that, whether we can trade, whether we can battle, and also shiny hunting. When is shiny hunting coming to Pokemon Go? This is a big thing for me, and it's something that's gonna get me, and I know a lot of you guys, to start playing this game again. And yes, before I go any further, shiny Pokemon are definitely coming to Pokemon Go. Data miners have gone into the game, they mined their little hearts out, and they found the word shiny. They found shiny models. They found even as far as the shiny sparkle sound. Like, it is happening. It's very true. Shiny hunting is coming to Pokemon Go. But because they didn't touch on shiny hunting at all in this update, I still have a ton of questions. The odds of finding a shiny Pokemon from Generation 2 all the way up to Generation 5 are 1 in 8,192. I know, this is a crazy large number, but that's the facts. I'm wondering if those are going to be the odds in Pokemon Go, because it would make a lot of sense for them to keep with the timeline. Sorry for you guys that really like to find shinies easy, but if they stay true to Generation 2, it's very much possible that these will be the shiny odds, and that means shiny Pokemon will be very hard to find in these games, which is both exciting and very scary. And I'm actually even a little worried, because I know for a fact if these are the shiny odds and I'm shiny hunting in Pokemon Go, I'm gonna just have to live my life on the road and never go home. But I've accepted that already. Travel with me, we'll go state to state. I really wouldn't mind these odds, but they could also go the route of 1 in 4,096 odds, which are the shiny odds from Generation 6 onward. I would really be okay with that too. I'm not gonna be too picky about it. All I'm gonna say is I hope they don't do something gimmicky where it's like either 1 in 250 or something very easy, maybe Friend Safari odds 1 in 512. I don't want to see that. I know encounters are not as easy in Pokemon Go as they are in main series games, but I still don't want to see the shiny odds be too damaged. But that's a very real possibility too. We're just gonna have to wait and see. My next questions all have to do with how they're gonna appear at all. In the main series games, a lot of Pokemon like legendaries have overworld sprites, which means you can see them in the world, hence the name. And in the first few generations, you can shiny hunt them, but they won't appear shiny until you encounter them, which got me thinking. Now, when you pull up Pokemon Go and you go to your little map and you see the Pokemon appearing on the map before you click it, will it appear shiny on that screen? It would make everyone's lives easier if that was the case, but also I kind of hope that it doesn't, because if it does, that kind of feels to me that everybody in the area is going to get that shiny, which I don't want to be the case. Part of the fun of finding a shiny Pokemon is the element of surprise and being the only one that gets it in a small period of time, so if you see it on the mini map, that's really not that exciting. Like, it's still very cool and I'll still be very happy to hunt shinies in it, but it's also kind of a rush to click a Pokemon not thinking it's shiny and then getting into that encounter, seeing it appear, and watching it sparkle. That moment will be the greatest thing if you don't already know it's shiny. If we do, oh well. And call me greedy, but I don't want everyone and their freaking mom to get the shiny just because it appears. Like, no, I want my friend to see a Pokemon, click it, and be like, oh, look how high the power is. And then I could be like, oh, let me see what mine is, and then click it, and then bam, see sparkles. Like, I could show them up by getting a shiny of the Pokemon that they thought was better for them. That actually makes me sound like a bully. I'm not, I promise. I'm a very good person and we should be best friends. I also want to know what the shiny sparkles are going to look like, because in every generation from Generation 2 to Generation 3 to Generation 4 to Generation 5 to Generation 6, all the way to Generation 7. That's right, guys. Every single generation has their own form of shiny sparkles. So Pokemon Go, no matter where it fits, it should have its own shiny sparkles, and it's unlike any other game, so it makes way too much sense for it to have its own. I'm a big fan of big sparkles like Generation 4 gave us, so I'm hoping that it's something like that, but I think we'll probably see more along the lines of Generation 7 because that's kind of the new end of shiny hunting. That's what we're getting now, so I feel like they're really gonna cater to the new stuff rather than the old things. So I don't really care for the Generation 7 sparkles. They're not bad, but they're not my favorite, so I'm not going to be that happy if they look like that, but I'm not going to be disappointed either. I'm happy seeing shinies in Pokemon Go. I don't care what they do. Also in Generation 2, we got the gift shiny of the red Gyarados at the Lake of Rage. Everybody knows about this. It's very famous. And I'm wondering if they're going to do that again in Pokemon Go because there are a lot of users that are not huge Pokemon fans that still play Pokemon Go. So I think they want to let them know that shiny Pokemon exist in a particular way. So I'm thinking that maybe there'll be some sort of in-game event where they give you a shiny Pokemon. Maybe Professor Willow gives you one through an egg or something like that. Maybe they'll do a Wi-Fi event, even though I don't know if this game's Wi-Fi compatible. Or maybe they'll just do actual event shinies like they were planning to do with the legendaries early on. And if they do something like that, it does raise a red flag for me. I'm a little worried that they're only going to be giving out shinies this way. I just am praying for random shinies in this game. All I want are random shinies. Even if the odds are terrible, even if the odds are terrible, I just really need random shinies in these games, guys. I need to be able to get out there in the world and shiny hunt for real instead of alone in my room all day. And lastly, my final question is a very important one. Will the shinies be able to run away? The way you catch Pokemon in Pokemon Go is very dated. Like, you can only throw raspberries or Pokeballs, they can run away from you. It is not a guaranteed catch no matter what Pokemon you encounter. It's very similar to the Safari Zone, which you can also find shinies in, and Pokemon doesn't care, they'll still run from you. Believe me, I know. So it's very nerve-wracking to think that you can find a shiny Pokemon in this game and not have a guaranteed catch. But one thing I did consider is in Pokemon Rumble. When you find a shiny Pokemon, it will topple over guaranteed no matter what. And it's due to the sparkles around the Pokemon because there are even sparkles around Pokemon that aren't shiny and those will topple over too. So I'm wondering, maybe the shiny sparkles in this game will be coded in a way that keeps shiny Pokemon from running from you. Now, it really takes the fun out of it if that's the case. I know it's really kind of sad to lose a shiny Pokemon. I've had it happen to me a million times. But at the same time, I think it's kind of cool to have that adrenaline rush of even though you found a shiny, you still have to catch it. Finding it's half the battle, catching it's the other half. Yes, I would be okay with losing a shiny Pokemon for the love of the hunt, and yes, I know that makes me insane, which is why I am a shiny hunter. But okay guys, that's gonna do it for this edition of my videos. I think I covered all the questions that I wanted to know. If you guys have opinions, if you have thoughts, if you think that what I have to say is crazy, or if you think I have a lot of good things to say, let me know in the comments below. I want to get this conversation started. I want to know what you guys think about shiny hunting in Pokemon Go. I want to know if you're excited about it. I want to know if you're gonna do it. Do you think it's gonna be a real possibility? Do you think we're gonna actually be able to shiny hunt, or do you think it's gonna be coded in a way that's gonna prevent us from being able to actually hunt the Pokemon? Maybe I'm jumping the gun here, but what shinies do you want to hunt in Pokemon Go? Let me know. It's also December, which means it is Christmas time. If you notice, I am wearing a Christmas themed Pokemon sweater. Well, it's actually a long sleeve shirt, but I pretend it's a sweater. But yeah, you guys probably think it's new because most of you didn't exist when I got it. But, well, you didn't know I existed. You existed, but you weren't subscribed to me. So now you can see it. I wore it in a few videos last year. I'll wear it in a couple videos this year, and I really like it. So I hope you guys do too. And yes, when Pokemon Go finally updates with Generation 2, I will be doing more Pokemon Go videos, which I'm super excited about. So I hope you guys are too. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching. More videos are coming very soon. But until next time, actually, thank you guys so much for 70,000 subscribers. By the time you're watching this video, we'll have reached it. It is so insane to me to have a number like that on my head. Thank you guys so much. I couldn't do it without you. Thank you guys so much for watching. More videos are coming very soon, but until next time, this is Pre-Markinine signing out. I love you guys. See you later. Hey guys, Pre-Markinine's here. 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 I've been doing nothing but I've been doing nothing but shiny hunting in Sun and Moon, which has been a crazy amount of fun. I haven't shiny hunted in forever, so it just feels super good to be back into it, but I haven't sat down and talked to you guys for a while, so hey, 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 hey. That took no time. It wasn't hard. It wasn't a long hunt. It wasn't long. It wasn't long. It wasn't long. It wasn't hard. It wasn't long. It wasn't a hard hunt. It's also, but I really like it. But I really, and also, it's December, which means it is Christmas time, which is one of the best times of the year. Also, it's December, which means it is Christmas time, and that's my favorite time of year, hands down. I love the winter, even though I live in Florida, so I don't really get a real winter. But as you can see, I am wearing a Christmas-themed, and lastly, my final question is a very important one. Will the Shinies be able to run away? Pokemon doesn't care at all. I've had it happen. Believe me. Believe me. Believe me. Believe me. I know. Believe me. I know. Believe me. 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 I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. So it's very, when a Pokemon, one thing, now it's very nerve-wracking to think you could find a shiny Pokemon and not have a guaranteed catch, but I'm a psychopath. I'm psychotic. I'm insane. Yes, I'm insane. Yes. Yes. Yes, I'm insane. Yes, I'm insane. But that's why I'm a shiny hunter.